Hello you guys and welcome back. It has been quite a while since I've uploaded. I think the last video was maybe a month ago, maybe even a month and a half. It has been a long time, but I thought today, excuse the planes, they're probably going to be going all throughout this video, but I thought today I would go through baby names I love, but I won't be using for baby number 2. We are having a girl, so I'm gonna do the girl ones first. I will do the boy names as well because obviously we're not having a boy. And if we are ever blessed with a baby boy, we already have a name locked and secured. We've had it locked in since we got married. So that name will never be changing, basically. So let's start with the girl names. The first name that I have on the list is Zoya. I actually really love the name Zoya, and if our daughter wasn't called what she will be called, her name would be Zoya. I just think it's so cute. It's short, sweet, it goes with Nisa. I love it. The second name is Zara, which also was pretty up there in contenders of names for this baby. But again, it just wasn't right. I love it, but I didn't really love it. I also was just looking for names that go with Nisa. Nisa and Zara, they go, but they don't go, if that makes sense. Now, this next name is very controversial. It has caused, not an argument, but a back and forth conversation with my husband as why I can never use this name. And it is Malala. Now, I love the name Malala, whether you know who Malala is or not, but her aside, I just love the name. But my husband is very against having Malala as a name ever. So it's on my list of names that I love, but it will never ever be used. Even for any future children, never will Malala be used, but I really do love it. The next name is Hidayah. I don't even know where I originally heard this name from. I feel like back in like the very, not even like original YouTube days, but like from a few years ago at least, there was like a group of YouTubers and one of their sisters' names was Hidayah, and I love that name. As soon as I heard it, I wrote it down and I was like, oh my goodness, we need to keep this name just in case. But yet again, for this baby, it's just not the name. Maybe for future ones. Again, I could use these names future down the line babies, but it's just for this particular baby, these are not her names. Unless I have some crazy thing happen to me and I change her name, but I don't think it's changing because Nisa is already calling her by the name. My whole family knows, Sahib's whole family knows the name, so I feel like it won't be changing. But just in case, these are my backup names that I love, except Malala because that won't ever be used. Next is Sabina. If you know like the Pakistani British community online, you will know there is a beautiful creator called Sabina, and I just love her and her videos so much. She has, I think, 3 boys now. I'm pretty sure she has 3 boys, and I love her name. It's so cute. It sounds like a fairy. It's just a very cute name. Again, for this baby, just doesn't feel right. But I do really love Sabina. Honestly, I would even call, like, if we have any more kids, which I would like to have more kids. I mean, I haven't even had this one yet, and I'm like, more? But if we have any more kids, and if we have another girl, I would consider Sabina quite highly, actually, because I just love it. It's just sweet, cute, sounds like a princess, fairy, love it. Okay, so that was pretty much all of the girl names that I have. I mean, again, I didn't do a super in-depth name search for this baby because I kind of found those few names plus the name that we have for her, and I just kind of stopped looking because I didn't need to look for any more names. But those few names I did have ready to go at any time if we didn't find the name we have for her, which we will be announcing, but definitely once she is born, because I've had this name for months and I don't want to tell everyone and ruin it. So once she's born, we will know her name. I mean, you will know her name. Okay, so moving on to boy names. I have one boy name that I said that will never ever change, and if we ever have a baby boy, that will be his name. I told all of my brother-in-laws, when you have kids or if you have kids, whatever, you cannot take this name. My one brother-in-law has 2 sons, and I was like, you can't be naming them that name. And if we never have a son and we are finished with kids, then maybe my last 2 brother-in-laws, I will allow them to have the name. But I just love the name so much and I don't want to get rid of it, basically. But the first name on my boys list is Imran. I mean, I think we all know why, because I am a very big Imran Khan fan. I mean, we all know where he is right now, but I'm a big Imran Khan fan. I mean, back in his prime when he was playing cricket, he looked great. Now he looks great, and I just think he's great. So Imran was also very high up on my boys' name list. The next one is Zayn. Now I say it's Zayn, however, Sahib says it very differently to me, and I think it's a totally different name. I think he says it like Zan, and that's a totally different name to me. But I feel like it's Zayn, right? From like One Direction, Zayn. I would personally call it Zayn. Again, love the name. It's very cute. It has Pakistani ties, but it also can work very well internationally, which is actually one thing I think about quite a lot. Obviously, we live in Australia, so we need the name to work here also, because obviously if she's going to school here or whatever, I don't want her to be that one kid in class where her teacher always pronounces the name wrong, because I've seen a lot of that over the years, and I know that the people that get their name called wrong just hate it. So I always try to find names that work both well in Pakistan and also here. So that's one thing. Although the next name I'm gonna say, I don't know if it really works here, but I mean, it's cute. I love the name Junaid. I don't even know where I heard that. Maybe like J dot, that could have been where I heard it, because I'm pretty sure that J dot is Junaid Jimshade, if I'm correct, like as in J dot the clothing brand, although to be honest I kind of don't love their clothes, but I like the name Junaid. Next one is Harris, which also worked extremely good here in Australia, because a lot of boys here are called Harris or like Harry or some kind of form of that, and it also works well in Pakistan, which is perfect for me, because I also need my family to be able to pronounce the name. Like if I came up with some very traditional Pakistani name and my family couldn't pronounce that, it would be very difficult. But Harris is so easy for both Pakistan and here to use. Another one I absolutely love, and I could basically go through the whole Pakistan cricket team right now and take all of their names, but one name that I absolutely love is Rizwan. As soon as I saw his name, I was like, I love that name. So Rizwan is also very high up there. Honestly, a lot of the Pakistan cricket team players, I would use their names. I think they're great. I think Pakistan, controversial, I think Pakistani boy names are much easier to find and for me personally to like than girl names. Girl names are very hard because some of the names are very traditional Pakistani names. you can't really, like, unless you have a Zara or a even Zoya, like that's pretty, you could use it everywhere. But a lot of the Pakistani girl names are very traditional, and it makes it very hard to use them like throughout the different countries. So yeah, I think boy names are very easy to find, extremely easy, that you can use both in Pakistan and overseas. But girl names I find very, very difficult to do and find, but I feel like I just love the name we picked so bad and I never want to change it. So hopefully we don't have to, but yes. So those are the names that I love, but won't be using for this baby in particular unless something happens that's out of my control with this baby girl's name. We might pick, well, I would probably pick then Zoya, but let's see. I love our daughter's name at the moment, so I don't want to change it. But yeah, so I could use these names potentially in the future if and when we have more kids, but for right now, those are the names that I absolutely love but won't be using for this baby.